Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So in the previous tutorials I taught you about social engineering and how we can go ahead and gather information and exploit those things against our client or any of your target that you have. So we have seen these things, but one or the other time you may get caught, or there may be some reason due to which you are unable to perform the social engineering. For example, you are staying in one town and you don't have any information or knowledge about where the person is or to whom you need to contact, and the party is in some other town, or you need to social engineer your way through your email without contacting. So that means that you cannot go ahead and gather information. You need to contact them without talking to them, like something like email or sending a message or something like that. So at that point of time you need more of a technical expertise rather than just going ahead and using your social engineering techniques. So at that point of time, computer malwares are the one that can help you out. So we have loads of I'll just go ahead and show you out. Let me just open my VMware workstation. So there are a number of tools in Kali Linux which has I believe around 1000 exploits and viruses that can go ahead and help you in attacking different types of systems. So I would be showing you two of the most important. One would be through the command prompt and the other one would be through the Windows interpreter prompt. So by doing that, okay, just a moment, I'll my Kali Linux as well. Okay, so today I will be showing you that, but before I go ahead and proceed, I would like to tell you that viruses are not the one that can go ahead and help you in that case. So it's a difference between, there's a lot of difference between virus, Trojan horse and malwares and different types of all those viruses. So first I'll be taking you through a tour of what types of viruses are there, and later on which viruses are we going to use today to go ahead and gather much more information on about that. So starting with, I'll just go ahead and show you two important payloads that we would be using today. Okay, this was the one that I created yesterday, so I'll just delete that. And as you can see, under a social engineering toolkit, we have creating, you can see over here we have a payload and listener and infectious media generator. So these are the two things which we would be learning, and after that we will be learning something which is quite different, and it's not a normal way that through which we would attack someone. That is called in Kali Linux as evil grade. So that's the name of the software. So I'll just go ahead and run this, and this is what we'll be learning next time onwards. So I'll just check if, okay, perfect. And perfect. So as you can see, when I type show modules, we have a number of applications over here. APT that's for Windows, APT that's for Linux, CCleaner, BS Player, BlackBerry, and these are for Windows. Nokia software, Notepad+, OpenOffice. So we have all-in-one evil tool kit over here. And one more thing that I would like to ask you, that is before you go ahead and download any other Trojan along with the rootkit from the internet, just go ahead and install the RK Hunter in your operating system, just to make sure that no one else is actually spying on your system. You need to make yourself first secure in order for them to go ahead and do that. So you need to install the rootkit hunter, and I'll be showing you that. Not now, by the end of this tutorial I'll be showing you that. So I'll just go ahead and start with my PowerPoint presentation. So computer malware. So what exactly is a computer virus? A computer virus is a computer program that can copy itself and infect a computer without the permission or knowledge of the owner. So what exactly it is? Computer virus, making a computer virus is just like giving birth to a child. I may be speaking that metaphorically, but why I'm telling you that is because you need to spoon feed it each and everything that you ask it to do. For example, when you have a small baby, you need to make it learn how to walk and what things to do, what things not to do, to whom it should be friendly, to whom it should not be. Similarly, when you go ahead and write down a computer virus in any language, may it be Python or Perl or Ruby, you need to make sure that you give it specific instructions as to what it does, which files it needs to infect, whether it's a boot sector or just the system files, or each and every file that it has on PC, or it needs to take up space, or it needs to take minimum space, or it needs to self-destruct at some specific point of time. So the viruses which I have over here, which I would be teaching you today, would just be an overall the most common viruses that have been used for a long time. But there are some more creepy viruses over there, which are like logic bombs, which auto detonate after some point of time, or we have time bombs which detonate on specific time that you ask it to that you need to mention in the virus. So there are a number of viruses, but I will be only showing you the top famous ones. So one of the first detected virus was the creeper virus in the early 70s. And before the networks, as you know that Google came like around 10 to 15 years back, I believe. I don't know exactly when, but I believe it's 10 to 15 years back. Before that, even before that, there were computer viruses, and they were not spread through network or internet. Social engineering was very less at those days. At those days, these viruses spread through removable media such as floppy disk or CD-ROMs. Now, the reason being that I don't think we had USBs at that point of time. That is the reason. So these are the type of computer viruses. The first one would be the Trojan horse. Trojan horse is mostly famous from the Troy, which in the Greek. I'll just go ahead and show you out something. So I'll just open my Google and I'll show you Trojan horse as to why it is the name Trojan horse. So as you can see that the Trojan horse is a tale from the Greek war about the subterfuge that the Greeks used to enter the city of Troy and win the war. So what they did exactly was that they created the Greeks were about to lose the war when they entered the city of Troy. So they created these this huge like around 10 or 15 meters or even more than it, I don't know exactly. They created this huge horse type of statue, and it in the at time of Greeks, they thought, the people of Troy thought that this is a message of God, something like that, because they used to believe horse as some kind of god. So they brought this into the city, and what they came to know later was that inside all of this, when they tried in the night when they did not know anything, there were a special door over here, somewhere over here, and there were people inside this horse, and when everyone was sleeping in Troy, they directly came out and they hunted each and everyone down, and then they captured the whole city. So a Trojan horse is just something like it sees something different to make that lures you out, but it is something different and it is something malicious. That's how it works. So to be more precise, I would say something like Trojan horses appear as an interesting program file, technically speaking, but when installed, it allows intruders to access and read your files. That's what it can do. So, and we will be learning Trojan horse today by the end of this session. And after that we have worms. Worms are just viruses that copies and multiplies itself by using computer networks and security flaws. So worms is typically from the normal worm that we have, means a normal living worm. It just keeps on multiplying itself and does nothing else. So, and just discriminates the our, you can say, as our surroundings. So that's what these worms do, but they do in the technical world. And after that we have email viruses, which are one of the most dangerous, and they are the most used in corporate espionage. Email messages are used to spread, which allow it to automatically forward itself to thousands of people, so they spread themselves automatically. We have then later on boot sector virus. Boot sector virus infects the boot of the MBR of diskettes and hard drives. And when I say MBR of diskettes, that means whenever whenever your computer starts, all the boot files are infected. And they also go ahead and share each and every they also go ahead and infect each and every drives that are there through sharing, and they are later then infected. And pirate software applications are also famous for having them included. So whenever you download anything from torrent or Kickass, You need to make sure that you don't have any of these files with you. And once your hard disk is infected, all your disks will be that use in your computer will be infected. So either the boot sector virus may infect or kill all of your sources, or it may go ahead and send all of these to someone else you don't even know where it is being sent to. So, and next we have is program virus. Program virus is a specific kind of virus. It becomes active when the program file, usually the extension something like .bin or .com, that's .com, .bin, .exe files are executed. They carry the viruses, but it does not affect itself. The person who has this specific file in the PC, they need to go ahead and activate that, and then it starts, and then the program starts, program activates, and it starts making copies of itself, and then it will infect other programs on the computer. And we have then the multi-party virus. It is quite a dangerous virus, and it is a hybrid of a boot sector and program viruses. It infects, you can say, as program files, and when the infected program is active, it will infect the boot record as well. So if you think that these are dangerous viruses, these are not it. There have been still more dangerous viruses, far more dangerous than these, and I will be teaching you that as well. And these are the most dangerous viruses of all types: the stealth virus, the polymorphic, and the macro. And out of these three, the stealth and the polymorphic are the most dangerous viruses after macro. Macro viruses are programmed as a macro embedded in document, and they're usually found in OpenOffice, or not even OpenOffice. Mostly it's found in Microsoft Word and Excel. And once it gets to your computer, every document you produce will become infected and relatively new type of virus, and it may slip by your antivirus because macrovirus is the latest in the city, and you don't even know what exactly it is. So if you don't have the most recent version installed of your antivirus may not even detect this kind of virus. That's the reason. Then we have stealth viruses. Stealth viruses disguise itself to prevent from being detected by another antivirus. It alters its file size or conceals itself in memory. If that is not dangerous enough, then if you go ahead and provide another dangerous virus along with that, such as macro virus or multi-partite virus, it may even go ahead and alter the memory of that specific virus. So it will keep itself and the other virus in the stealth mode, and then it will attack your computer. So you won't even know whether your computer won't even run slow. It will be in a normal process, normal speed, but later point of time it will all of a sudden stop working. So that's how it will work. And the most dangerous of all would be the polymorphic virus. Polymorphic virus acts as a chameleon. It changes its virus signature, binary pattern, every time it multiplies and affects a new file. So in short, let me just show you a diagram. There was a famous diagram on the internet that I was looking some days back. So just let me check if my net is on. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let me check if there's a very famous diagram as to what it used to do exactly. Okay, I don't think I had it over here. Okay, so I don't have it exactly over here, but what it used to do properly was that creates a virus, and then if you don't know how exactly antivirus work, you may not even be able to know this exactly. It creates a virus, and then it goes ahead and changes its binary signature, and any antivirus detects a virus through its binary signature. So it creates multiple viruses, and every other virus has different binary signature, so it becomes hard for the antivirus to detect. And you need to have 2 or 3 antivirus to scan all of your computer, because not all just one antivirus is not sufficient enough to catch this kind of virus. That's the reason. So it is one of the most dangerous. It keeps on multiplying, it keeps on changing its source code, so the antivirus may not even be able to detect. So these are the few examples of different types of viruses. In the next tutorial, I'll take you through the different viruses that have affected us till age.